Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today after yesterday's third round Carabao Cup game where Chelsea just made it through to the fourth round where we will face Southampton. If you haven't caught the match review for that, make sure you hit that link after you are done with this and you can hear what I've got to say about yesterday's game. Let's get into today's nitty gritty though, and it's looking like it's good news. It's looking like it's good news. Right now, there's a massive contract situation happening at Chelsea Football Club for two names specifically. One of them, Andreas Christensen. Second name, Antonio Rudiger. Now, Andreas Christensen has apparently agreed a deal. It's done. The announcement, when? Soon, I guess. But it will come out that Christensen will pen a new deal at Chelsea Football Club. More than likely to be a 5-year deal, as it tends to be with players nowadays at the club. Unless if they're a senior, unless they're like 29, 30, 31. They're not going to get a 5-year deal. They're going to get maybe a 3-year deal, 2-year deal, somewhere around there. But with Antonio Rudiger, this has been a subject of concern for a lot of Chelsea fans. Whilst Christensen has pretty much got a deal done with Chelsea, with Rudiger, that's not quite the case. And there is obviously going to be football clubs sniffing around and having a look and trying to keep an update on the situation and go, ooh, maybe we want him. Let's keep an eye and see what's going on because he doesn't seem to be signing a new deal. Well, let's get to the latest and let's hear exactly what has gone down. I bring you the latest from Nizar Kinsella at Goal, who says this. So, courtesy of Simon Phillips sharing this news that Nizar Kinsella said at Goal, Bayern Munich have registered an interest in Chelsea's Antonio Rudiger and have started talks with his agent. Chelsea discussing a new contract with him. Now, add into that, Nizar Kinsella at Goal also goes on to say, Chelsea could return with a bid for Jules Koundé in the January transfer window. So, it's pretty clear, especially with Jules Koundé. Jules Koundé is a right-sided centre-back, right? Or at least a right-sided player. He's not someone that normally plays on the left-hand side of a defence while I'm knocking the Chelsea Champions League little garment we've got here, which is just a great essence for the video to remind everyone that we are double Champions League winners, 2012, 2021. Anyway, just going off topic there. Jules Koundé isn't someone that plays on the left-hand side of defence. He plays on the right-hand side of defence. So bringing Jules Koundé in January wouldn't be a replacement for Rudiger. I think some might be seeing it that way. That wouldn't be the case. Right now, we haven't got a left-sided centre-back except for Antonio Rudiger. And you could argue Malang Sarr, who played in yesterday's Carabao Cup game, not convincingly, but he played there and it's nice that we have a backup. But Jules Koundé, we will definitely go back in for. We wanted him in the summer. So this is why this is going to be separate from the Rudiger thing. We wanted Koundé in the summer. Is that going to happen? I would say yes, because Sevilla can only hold on to this guy for so long. They don't know who they're playing with. Yes, they thought they could tamper around with Chelsea and give them a lie, right? And give them false hopes and false dreams and false promises and a verbal agreement, only to then go onto the flipping release clause and go, hey, if you're not going to trigger the release clause, he's going to stay. Where there was meant to be a verbal agreement anyway. Anyway, they can play those sort of games. Chelsea said, no, we're not interested. Keep him then. But we'll be back. We will be back. And in January, you best believe that Jules Koundé, who wanted the move, will be looking at his club and doing what Cabby does in Italy and go, let me go to Chelsea. Chelsea, I want to go to. And the deal will happen. I'm pretty sure we will be buying Koundé, whether it's January, whether it's summer. By next summer, Koundé will be a Chelsea. I was going to say a Chelsea legend. No, not yet, mate, not yet. A Chelsea man, right? He'll be a Chelsea man. But with Antonio Rudiger, I believe he will sign a new deal. And with another piece of news that we've got, this is where it gets a little encouraging. So, let's check it out. Sky Sports saying, Chelsea are likely to have to make defender Antonio Rudiger among the highest paid players at the club if they are to keep him at Stamford Bridge. And there's the news saying Chelsea facing battle to keep Rudiger. Alongside that, there was news just a couple of days ago about the links of Bayern Munich, and not just Bayern Munich, but Real Madrid. Real Madrid are keeping tabs on Rudiger. That report went on to say that Chelsea are talking with Rudiger, Chelsea are negotiating a contract, Chelsea will give him a contract, and he will stay. It's a matter of money. Simple as that. The one thing right now is Rudiger wants £200,000 a week. That is it. That is it. There isn't a case of Rudiger wants to go, Rudiger wants a new challenge. No. Throw all that in the bin. Rudiger wants what he believes he deserves. 200k a week. Now, bearing in mind the wage bill at Chelsea and who gets paid what at the club, I think I'm on Antonio Rudiger's side here. I would be demanding the same if I was him. Simple as that. 200k is more than reasonable. More than reasonable. At least for his last big contract, I would say, before he starts considering retirement. You know, if we're going to give him a 3 or 4 year deal, make it 200k a week. He deserves it. Now, Chelsea, from a business perspective, are not going to come out and go, oh, you want 200k? Okay, we'll give you 200k. No, because every single player will go, oh, flipping hell, it's easy with Marina then. Just ask what you want and she gives it to you. You got to give the precedent that it's going to be a little bit tough. So I can understand where Chelsea are coming from in terms of not just accepting anything a player wants, but coming to a compromise. Chelsea apparently were willing to offer 150k a week. Rudiger wants 200. You and me both know maths very well, I would presume, unless if you literally just failed your maths class, then I don't know what to say. But if you are reasonably good, right, at least just reasonably good at maths, and you know 2 plus 2 equals 4 and not 5, right, you would know that between 150 and 100 and 200 would be around the 175, 180 margin, right? If we can come to a compromise, 180 grand a week, what do you say? Maybe even 190. But I truly believe that eventually Chelsea will probably give him 200 because he's just doing amazing things. Amazing things. It's not a case of a standard player who wants a new contract and is trying to up his salary. And he's just, decent player. Nothing too crazy. Just good. Yeah. He's doing what it says on the tin, basically. That's not Rudiger. Rudiger right now, right, and I'm going to make this statement again because it's important. Since Tuchel's come in, Rudiger has been the best centre-back in world football. You can fight me if you want to about that statement. I don't care. For me, Rudiger, since Tuchel's come in, I'm putting an asterisk there. Since Tuchel has come into Chelsea, Rudiger has been the best performing centre-back in world football. Now, you could obviously put another asterisk on that and say, Van Dijk was injured last season. Cool. I get that. And maybe this season we'll see a good comparison between Van Dijk and Rudiger. But the truth is, right now, since Tuchel's come in, up until now, Rudiger has been the best centre-back in world football, as far as I'm concerned. You're going to put with that maybe Marquinhos at PSG, but Rudiger's gone on to do better things. Has performed at a slightly higher level than PSG, reaching the Champions League semi-finals. Chelsea managed to win the Champions League now, are competing at a very good position in the Premier League in terms of the last 5 games starting off the season. We are currently sitting first. It's all looking lovely jubbly. Rudiger has been fantastic. Fantastic. Nothing short of fantastic. So he wants 200k. He deserves it. He deserves it. Give him the money. Give him the money and let him sign this new deal because he is someone I wouldn't want to see go. I really would not want to see go. I think some Chelsea fans are probably okay with him going. They're like, yeah, we'll cope. Rudiger right now under Thomas Tuchel is so crucial and important to our defence. You remove Rudiger, there's a slight issue. And yes, we've got defenders, but Rudiger right now is Rudiger, man. And let's face it, we didn't think we'd be saying this. When Frank Lampard was here, we didn't think we'd be seeing Rudiger at this level, Jorginho at this level, Marcos Alonso at this level, and it just seems like even Christensen at this level. And it seems like Thomas Tuchel has literally just put another soul into each of their bodies and got them to be reborn or something. I have no idea. Rudiger is crucial right now. He wants the 200k, give him the 200k. Simple as that. But right now, I think it's going to happen. I think it's a matter of time. Just like with Christensen, that's got over the line. The one with Rudiger will get over the line. And I'm sure everyone and him wants him to stay at Chelsea Football Club. Simple as that. So I have no worries whatsoever. The other thing that I want to leave you guys with, just a little last segment. I'm not going to take too much time on this one, but I thought I'd ask the question as we go into the Manchester City game this weekend, where it's going to start getting important again because we've got Man City, we've got Juventus in midweek, and it's going to start getting tasty again. With the performance of last night, we had a few concerns in some of the players that played and featured last night. And it's been an add-on to some of the performances of those individuals in the season so far. And I thought, let me ask the question. What do you guys think right now about, I want to say, 2 players. I could add a third, but 2 players. Callum Hudson-Odoi and Hakim Ziyech. What are your gut instinct, your feeling right now in terms of their performances, their level, where they are, how they are doing? And are you concerned, or are you sure that they'll bounce back, they'll be okay? Because on the basis of last night, added on to how they were already playing, it's not looking good. It's not looking convincing. I was going to say you could add Saul to an extent, but he's only been here 2 games. I'm willing to cut him some slack. Let him have about 3 or 4. Let him adapt a little bit to English football, and then we can start judging. But for 2 lads that have definitely adapted to English football, let's have it right. One of them was flipping born here. Hudson-Odoi and Hakim Ziyech are below par right now. Below par. So I want to leave the question with you. I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to leave the question with you. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of Hudson-Odoi and his performances? What do you think he needs to do? What would be best for him right now? And the same goes for Ziyech. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions, and then we can address that at a later time, possibly after the Manchester City game this weekend. Preview for that will be coming out tomorrow, so make sure your eyes are peeled. Make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. And then on Saturday, lunchtime kickoff, Chelsea-Manchester City. I'll be doing the watch-along on here. Yours truly will be here ready to give you guys the reactions, and then immediately afterwards, hopefully after a win, hopefully after 3 points, hopefully Pep's Manchester City funeral at the Bridge. That would be fantastic. Fourth win over Manchester City in the last 4 games would be class. Then I will give you a match review after the watch along as well. So make sure you guys are here and peeled to tomorrow. I'll give you the preview. I will see all of you then. Thank you all so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.